Welcome to Faith Alive in 5, the 5-minute gospel. Now here's your host, Dr. Faye.
Okay, we're back with Closing the Gap Between the Prophecy and the Promise, Part 6 of Courage. Are you beginning to feel a little bit chutzpah, guts, tenacity, bulldog tenacity in order to do the thing you've been called to do, even though it's scary? I hear that a lot in the marketplace as a pastor coach, teaching and training Christian women, professionals, and leaders how to dominate their marketplace, monetize their message. I hear it so much in the marketplace of why I didn't do it, why I can't do it, why I even can't afford it. I've discovered we afford whatever we want to afford, and we can do whatever we want to do. The Bible says we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. We have an opportunity right now in this rebirth of earth and rebirth of us, this post-pandemic rebirth that we're in right now. There's been a cleansing, there's been a shedding of the old so that the new might be manifested. And Joshua, and I love Joshua, and you know that I do, when God told him to be strong and courageous, we also know Moses told him to be courageous because it was up to him to take the people to the next level. It's up to you to take whatever it is, whatever gifts, whatever talents you have to the next level, and you've got to move past the fear. Now, the fear may still be there even in your emotion, but as you're moving, you're going to begin to feel it less and less and less. Just think about it when you were a child and you wanted to learn how to drive or even ride a bike. Remember the sense of fear and just kind of jitters that you would get because it was your first time on the bike, and maybe mom or dad didn't really have time and you were going to be brave enough to go do it yourself, and you just felt the jitters. Some of you are feeling those jitters on the inside because what you have on the inside is so big you think that you cannot do it. But I want to remind you, the only reason you have it on the inside of yourself is because you can do it. Sit with that for a moment. The reason you have the jitters is because it's something you can do. And remember, there were others that felt the same way that you did. Every Bible champion, all the champions of faith felt the jitters. There was something on the inside. Man, talking about jitters, even Jonah, he was like jittered out when God told him to go to Nineveh and tell those wicked people that he was going to destroy them. And Jonah knew they were wicked. Yeah, they had proven their wickedness. Those people were evil. Look at their history. And Jonah said, no, I'm not going. I'm going to take the first ship out of here. So he boarded the ship to Tarshish, and the turbulence, the tumultuous storm began to rise around them. And he said, oh, he was asleep during that time. And the merchantmen, the mariners said, you know what? Somebody has disobeyed their God. Who is it? And they found out Jonah was asleep, and they cast lots and found out it was Jonah who did that. And they thought, okay, you got on this ship knowing you had disobeyed God. He had the jitters. He had the jitters. So let's not throw rocks at the boy. He had jitters. And sometimes, you run from it, trying to escape it anyway. So he paid good money to escape the jitters, but it was still with him even in his sleep. So they got him up, and they couldn't work around not throwing him overboard. So Jonah just tossed himself out of the boat and fell into the belly. God had prepared a great fish for him. So he fell into the belly of this great fish that had been prepared. You see, the jitters don't get you out of destiny. The jitters will not get you out of your purpose. Even though your belly may be turning and, you may have the shakes in your hand, and get up on the platform anyway. Take the mic anyway. Take the stand anyway. Open that store anyway. The chambers will help you. Go talk to them. Step out anyway. Do it anyway. Get on the radio anyway. Get on television anyway. Do it anyway. The jitters may still be there. Listen, I've been on stages for decades now, and let me tell you something, every time there is a little bit of that there, and I think God leaves it there just a little bit to let us know that we need to depend on him. I'm so glad you're joining me on this journey, closing the gap between the prophecy and the promise. And it's part 6 of taking courage, because I know how important it is for all of us to own our own strength, authority, and power in this post-pandemic era. I'm Dr. Faye, your pastor coach. Kisses and hugs. See you next time. Don't forget, visit me at happychurchinternational.com. Bye-bye now.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. Dr. Faye would love hearing from you. Contact her today at 870-860-9758 or email coach@drfaye.com. And remember, the calling is a gift, but the choice is yours.